So let's talk about Peachtober and my characters Shelly and Boo. So this is the first iteration of Shelly and Boo. They were created about 3 years ago, I would say. You can tell my style was a lot different then. Everything was much more illustrative, heavy line work, but now they have evolved to match my current style, which is a lot more, we'll say loose. I'm not really sure how to put it. Not a whole lot of line work. I like this style because it's really expressive. The story of Shelly and Boo isn't super fleshed out at this point. It's been 3 years, you think it would be, but here we are. Shelly is a ghost, and she was kind of ghosting around in the woods one day, and she found the cat, and they immediately became best friends, and she named her Boo, and they get up to all kinds of adventures. I used them for a lot of illustrations in Peachtober 2023, and my plan was to use them in every illustration for Peachtober this year, which, if you don't know about Peachtober, it's put on by Very Little Peach. I'll put a link to their Instagram down below. Super great artist. But my goal this year was to use them for every illustration and put them together into a little zine. But unfortunately, October was very hectic, and I didn't have a lot of time to actually make any art. I ended up with 2 markets that I had to prep for, especially since they were outdoors. It was a little bit stressful getting ready for all of that. What you're seeing in this video is the illustrations that I did get to make for Peachtober, which I think there's 7. For Sparkle, I made Shelly and Boo in some sort of a little like magical apothecary shop. And they found some potions that they fell in love with, especially the super sparkly one. I had a lot of fun playing around with the depth of like how glass bottles tend to warp shapes. That was fun. That was honestly the driving factor behind why I wanted to do this with the little potion bottles. Since I have a cat character, Paw was a no-brainer for me. I had to focus on the cute little toe beans. Shelly was a little bit sad that she didn't have the cute little toe beans like Boo, so she went and got a can of my favorite beans, which are navy beans, and made her own. I'm not going to lie, Sky threw me for a loop. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to put Shelly and Boo in a plane. I just don't feel like they would fly. I mean, obviously, to get other places they would, but it just didn't make much sense. I ended up making them napping in the cloud because I just feel like sometimes when cats are dreaming, that's what they dream of. Just the big, fluffy, comfy thing to lay on in the sky. So they're just relaxing and living their best lives, floating around. Probably having the best sleep of their lives, if I'm being honest. I feel like I would sleep like a baby if I was in a cloud. Fawn might be one of my favorite prompts. I just think this is so cute. All I could think of was doing a cute little illustration with a fawn. So I had to figure out how to make it kind of interactive. Hi, Seal. So I wanted to make it kind of unique instead of just drawing a little baby deer. I really like what I came up with. I think I would probably make the same face if I ate grass. It just probably super bitter. Not for me. I had a lot of fun with this one. For sketch, I decided to do something kind of sentimental for the characters. This was for October 6th, or just number 6 on the prompt list. So canonically, I think that's going to be Boo's gotcha date. So Shelly sat down and drew a cute little picture for Boo about when they first met and made a happy gotcha day. I really like how this one turned out. I think the table looks really good. The crowns look really good. I like how realistic it looks while still being very illustrative. I really like being able to create art that is, I don't know if I can say semi-realistic, because a lot of things I do are just very sketchy and there's not a lot of line work, but yet they still look kind of realistic. So I don't know exactly what you would call the style that I go for now. I was struggling with Bud, and I was really close to just putting like their faces on little buds coming out of a plant. And I think that would have been really cute. But instead, I went with the fact that cats can be very inconvenient creatures and like to sleep in places where they shouldn't be sleeping. So we've got Boo curled up in a big planter outside that probably has tons of flowers in it, some of which are budding, and just kind of squishing them for a comfy little leafy flowery bed. And last but absolutely not least, we have River. This one, I don't know, I'm stuck between the first one, which was Daisy, Fawn, and River as being my favorite. I love them all. The idea of Boo going fishing and catching a fish and just being so proud of herself for what she did and walking away just kind of prancing, really happy and excited, and Shelly just being amazed at what Boo did. And I think I got that on her face. I think it's really cute. But this, I don't know, this one might be my favorite. I have 3 favorites. I don't know that I could decide. Hopefully I will be able to actually get around to making a cute little comic, or maybe doing like little mini zines with Shelly and Boo. They are my favorite characters that I've created. I've only made one other set, and they were made with the intention of doing a comic. So here's a nice little introduction. Hopefully you'll be seeing Shelly and Boo a lot more, especially like I have some designs I want to make into stickers and things like that. This was also a very, I don't know, the past couple of weeks since I've been dealing with some health things have been a little stressful. So thank you for letting me put out kind of a couple of easier videos for me to make. That means a lot. Sometimes I just don't have the energy to sit down and create for hours, and that's okay. And that's something you really need to remember, is that even though you're a creator and you like to create and make things, that you're not always going to be in the mood. And even if that is your relaxation and escape from reality sometimes, it's okay to have low spoons. So some days you don't have enough spoons for it. Maybe getting out of bed took all of your spoons, and that's okay. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I've got a couple of really cool videos planned trying some new things. So probably gonna fail a little because here's a little teaser. It's a DIY kit, and it's for an intermediate level and something that I have never even attempted, so it might be hard. I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm going to do bad, at least on one of them. But thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.